It's your girl YBM, Young Bella Marcella, and I'm back with another Soul Delicious video. Today, we're getting in the kitchen, getting straight to the point, doing another delicious recipe. We're doing pot stickers and spring rolls, you guys. So without further ado, let's go. Alright, you guys, are you ready to get into this kitchen and get straight to the point? Today we're doing our pot stickers, our pork pot stickers, and we are going to do some pork spring roll. So our ingredients we have before you is 2 pounds of ground pork. You can get cabbage and carrot and cut it up yourself, but I like to get the already made coleslaw mixture. It has cabbage and carrots already cut up for you. And then I'm using the Goya pot sticker wrappers right here. You'll get about 44 in there. You can make it yourself if you like. You can do that. And then we have these spring rolls. You can get these in your international markets. I know the spring rolls you can get in a regular grocery store, but sometimes you can't find them if they're out, or you might not can find your pot stickers. But if you go to the international market, they'll always have what you need. We have some soy sauce and some sesame oil. We have 1 whole onion. I like onion and garlic, so typically you might see me use 2 onions, but lots of onion and garlic. However, 1 onion, an egg, 2 bunches of green onion. We're going to use some for the mixture, and then we're going to use some for garnishment. We're going to use some for the sauce. We have ground garlic. That's about 5 cloves minced up, about 2 tablespoons if you buy it already in the jar. We have about a full teaspoon of salt, white pepper, about a tablespoon of red chili flakes. This is ginger. Now you can get fresh ginger if you like. I like to use both, but today I'm not using the fresh ginger. I'm using ginger, ground ginger. It smells amazing. Then we have about a tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon garlic powder. They kind of look alike, but if you know your herbs and spices, you'll be able to differentiate between the two. Then we have about a tablespoon of cornstarch. And these are ingredients that we are going to use for our pork pot stickers and our pork spring rolls. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff together and get to making them. So we have about 2 cups of the cabbage and carrot mixture. Make sure we get all of that. Onion powder, garlic powder, white pepper, little salt. I like these little things. They're so convenient. I use these for my dipping sauce. And like you see here for my measurements. I love the smell of ginger, and I love the taste of ginger. So good. Fresh garlic. Make sure we get all of that. Sheesh my fingers. I love cooking, you guys. It's just so therapeutic for me. I could do this all day, every day. Actually, I do. And there goes my cornstarch mixture. Okay. Put that to the side. Alright, so dumping everything in. I typically like to freehand my herbs and spices, but since I'm sharing my recipe, I went ahead and put it on paper for you. So let's go. Sesame oil. Let's see. I probably used about 1 ounce. It's typically up to you. Well, actually, I'm going to use 2 ounces because I have 2 pounds of pork. And I love the smell of sesame oil. You can find different kind of brands in your international market. You can find some sesame oil in your regular grocery store as well, but some are going to be cheaper than the other. And they also going to have different flavors. Just kind of like your olive oils. You'll notice that some are stronger than the other, if it's extra virgin or not. Anyways, this is the soy sauce, and you can use dark soy sauce. I just pick the brand that I typically like to use. And you can get this in your international market. So I'm going to use about 2 ounces of that. That's so good too. And your soy sauce is going to have a little saltiness flavor to it. So there goes your what was it, about a tablespoon? No, a teaspoon, my bad. A teaspoon of salt, and then your soy sauce is going to give you that saltiness. And remember, pork is naturally salty on its own as well. So you're not going to use any more salt to this recipe. So that's it so far for our ingredients. Now let's go ahead and chop up our onions. And then after we chop up our onions and put that inside, we're going to add this egg and then go from there. I have my favorite cutting boards, but I typically try to use this one all the time because my favorite color is green, so it's my go-to cutting board. But I have about 5 total. And if you don't want to cut up your onion like this, you can actually buy your onions already chopped up for you in your grocery store. That can be, convenient for you. It's up to you how much time you want to spend in your kitchen. I don't mind cutting it. Like I said, cooking is therapeutic to me. And make sure I get all that extra skin and stuff off my onion so that's not in my mixture. So y'all see how much onion that is? That's just one onion. Chop, 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 chop away. And we're gonna put that in our mix. This recipe calls for lots of onion, you guys. That doesn't mean that the onion's gonna be overpowering the flavors that come through, but it all pairs well together. Trust me on this. So now, let's get started with our green onions. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse these off real quick and get to chopping. So now that I've rinsed my green onions, I'm gonna go ahead and chop. And I like to keep the little rubber band on the end here that helps hold it together as I cut them up. And I will show you how much I'm gonna use for the recipe, because again, I'm gonna put some to the side, and some is gonna be for the actual sauce, and some is gonna be for garnishment as well. I'll be right back when I get done chopping. You just chop. It doesn't have to be real fine. You just chop like that. And keep going, and as you get down to the end by the rubber band, you actually take your fingers and just start scooting. See how I'm scooting the rubber band down? So it's still holding it together. I don't take it off yet. I'm just scooting down. And I want to use most of this, all of this green part, until I get down to this white part. And then once I get down to the white part, I'm done. So just keep on, and make sure you hold your fingers in so you don't chop those off. Just keep going until you get to the part that you don't no longer want to use. And let's see, just a little bit more. I'm moving my rubber band down. And voila, see? Just that simple and easy. And this part we'll discard. And now that one bunch of onions is ready to go into the recipe. Okay, so now we're done with that. So put the green onions into our recipe, and we had 2 bunches of green onions. I used 1.5 green onions to go into my recipe. The other half, this part right here, is going to be for the garnishment, and this part of the rest of the green onion is going to be for my dipping sauce. Now we're doing the pork pot stickers 2 ways. We're going to do the pan fried, and then I'm going to show you guys the deep fried method, and then we're going to do the pork spring rolls. So basically like 3 different things, but really 2 different things in one video. All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side, and that's all for our ingredients, right? And now that we have this here, we're gonna take our egg and put that in, and just one egg is gonna do it. Okay, throw that away. And now we're gonna mix everything. Okay, now this is gonna take a little bit of time, because once we start mixing and getting all this stuff mixed together, I'm gonna show you guys how it needs to look before we start making the actual pot stickers. We want it to kind of look pasty. So right now, it just looks like a bunch of ingredients and some pork. But when we get done mixing, you're gonna keep mixing and mixing and stirring until your arm feels like it's gonna fall off, and you just work the whole 14-hour shift and you're tired, but it's gonna be well worth it. So I'm gonna get to mixing, and I'll be back once we're done. And here's your halfway point. This is what it looks like. Now if you stop here, you guys, it's not gonna be all the way mixed together yet. You'll notice that some of the pork doesn't even have mix in it. So that's why it's very important to keep going and keep going to get it well mixed and incorporated together. And like I said, by the time you get done, it's gonna be real nice and pasty, fully incorporated into each other. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's done. But if you got this far, you're doing good. Just keep going. You're almost done. So if you made it this far, I'm proud of you. This is what it looks like when it's all done. And see what I mean by nice and pasty? Nice and pasty, just like that. So now our pork pot sticker mix and our spring roll, pork spring roll mix is ready for us to start preparing. Are y'all having fun? Because I'm having fun. I normally like to listen to some music when I'm in the kitchen. So my mind gets to thinking, and I put my ingredients together and I make me something yummy and delicious. But I'm also jamming to some music. Maybe some Babyface, some Gap Band, you know, a little old school, because I got an old soul. All right, y'all, let's get to preparing these pot stickers. All right, so for this process, we're gonna use a little brush. It's gonna help bind the pot sticker shells. They look like this. You got one side that doesn't have as much flour on it. And then you can use this little scooper right here. Looks like it's what, about a 1 ounce scooper. And a little egg beater. And we're gonna do 1 egg and some water. Put that in there. All right. And then a little bit of water. Like so, that should be enough. And now just whisk, 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 whisk. Try not to make a mess, but if you do, just clean up. I have fun making these, you guys, and you should have fun too. You can get your kids involved. And this is a great Super Bowl appetizer idea. Everybody's gonna love it. If you don't want to do pork, you can do shrimp. I do shrimp. You can chop your shrimp up real fine, or you can put it in like a blender to kind of get that pasty consistency that I was talking about earlier. So now once it's all mixed together like that, it's ready to go. Okay, so like I said, you can make it for later. You can make your pot sticker batch and put it in the freezer, so then when you get ready to use it, defrost it and make it. You can go ahead and make your pot stickers in advance and then put them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, let it cool. And then you're gonna put it in your freezer individually, let it freeze, and then take it out. And then that's when you just put them individually in a Gladlock bag, and you'll have you a bag of pot stickers or spring rolls for later to deep fry or pan fry, okay? So let's get to making them. So we're going to take one of my pot sticker shells. I'm going to take our scooper. And you don't want to put too much, but you'll notice as you're closing it if it's too much. If it's too much, just take some out and put it right in the middle like that. Yeah, just take some out if you can't close it. Take your egg wash bath and go around your edges like so. Okay, just get in there. And then you're gonna take it. I'm gonna show you 2 ways that you can do your pot stickers, okay? First, we're gonna do just like this. Some people just wanna get to the point. That's me all the time, right? But just take it and make sure that you are squeezing it together, getting all that air out, and just closing it. Go all the way to the end and you'll have like a moon shape. Squeeze all that air out. And again, if some tries to seep out, stick your finger inside, stick it back in, and close it. Close it like that. And that's that. If you just want to have it just like that, just a flat pot sticker, then you're done. Okay? You just put it here on your tray and you just keep going. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the traditional pot sticker. So I'm going to put some in my little pot sticker shell. Take a little bit of this egg wash. Okay. And now we're going to close it. And I'm going to show you how to get that pot sticker to look. You want to take it and make sure that you squeeze it and close it at the top and the middle. Then you're going to take your pot sticker, stick your thumb inside like that, and make a fan. You're going to start overlapping and squeezing. Overlapping and squeezing. Overlapping and squeezing. And just keep going until you get to the end. And then squeeze it together, just like that. And do the other side the same. Overlap and squeeze. Overlap and squeeze. Overlap and squeeze. Let's see if I can get one more out of here. Overlap and squeeze. Tight and close, right? So now it looks just like that, pretty. And then I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to make that traditional pot sticker moon shape. See? Just like that. See? Look how beautiful that is. And again, anybody can do this. Your kids can do it. And then now you have your traditional pot sticker, and you can use your hand right here to kind of flatten that part out. Okay, so now, you see? All right. All right, so I showed you those both ways. Now, we got a lot to do. Make sure that you fan out your pot stickers so they don't kind of stick together. And you want to make sure that they're not frozen. You want to make sure that they sit out for at least like 30 minutes room temperature before you get started. And I'll be back when we're done, and then we'll get into the pan fried and the deep fried pot stickers. And then after I do some of these, I'll show you guys how to do the pork spring rolls. Now this one's just a little bit different. You're going to take your spring roll wrap. I went ahead and cut it open. And these are like paper thin, so you want to make sure that you separate them. But be careful so you don't break them. But see how paper thin they are? Let me make sure that ain't too, because these are really thin. Okay, so I'm putting it on my board like this. Okay, and with these, use more mix. But I'm going to show you. I still don't want a whole lot because I like the really kind of thin spring rolls. I do make egg rolls as well. So if I make a spring roll, I can make this big and fat, but it's not an egg roll. So I like to make it nice and petite and thin like spring rolls traditionally are. So now I'm going to show you. You're going to take your egg bath, egg wash. And this is where your cutting board comes in handy. And I like to put it all over here. And I'm going to put some right here. Let me show you. Right here. Right there in the middle. And I'm going to show you why. Okay. So you're going to take it and kind of wrap it like a burrito. But I'm going to use my hands and I'm going to take it and fold it, but I'm going to bring it back, okay? Bring it back. Squeeze it and bring it back. Squeeze it, and now you're going to start what word am I looking for? I lost my train of thought. I'm bringing it back, but I'm shaping it into the spring roll size that I want, okay? So you're seeing that it's starting to fold up here. Don't worry about that. That's just because your egg is seeping into it, okay? So let's go to brushing it down again, just like that, okay? We start folding it. So I'm gonna roll it, and I'm gonna take my sides and I'm gonna go down, okay, and tuck this in. And I'm gonna fold this side all the way in, and I don't want nothing sticking out, okay? So you see that, just like that? This is inside, and kind of take your finger and move that down. I'm gonna do the same on this side. Come over here, squeeze down, and I'm gonna fold this in, just like so. And you might not do it perfect and beautiful, but as you go with each one, you're gonna get better, so don't worry. Take my fingers and rub this down, okay, just like that. And I'm gonna do a little bit more egg wash, because the wetness really is gonna help close it and put it together, okay? So wet that thing up and just start rolling it. And as you roll, you wanna make sure that you keep it nice and tight, okay? Nice and tight, all right? And it should close just like that. And if you need a little bit more egg wash, brush you some on there. Okay? So there goes one of your egg rolls. Not egg rolls. There goes one of your spring rolls right here. Okay? And then put it down on your tray and do the next one. Have fun with it. Put your pot sticker mix inside of your spring roll and begin to fold it over and keep it nice and tight as you prepare to roll it, just like that, okay? And then brush it with a little egg wash, like so, and get those ends and tuck it inside. And on this part, on this side, you want to make sure that it's parallel with the end so there's none that's sticking out. And I'm going to do the same right over here. Fold it in like a burrito, tuck it in, just like that. And make sure that it's parallel. And then I'm going to take some of my egg wash, because I'm going to use that to close it. And if you don't want to use egg wash, you can take a little water and cornstarch, and that will help close it together. So again, fold it nice and tight, and just keep rolling and keep rolling until you get to the end. And there you go, a nice spring roll, just like that. Okay, very simple. You got it. Keep going until you get done. We'll be back. Now another pot sticker method I want to show you. Just say you want to make some soup. So you can pan fry your pot sticker, you can deep fry your pot sticker, you can also make it to where you can put it in your soup. You can make some Asian soup, you can just have some soup at home that you want to add some texture to, but I'm going to show you. So I showed you the traditional one with was fan and kind of looked like a moon, and then I showed you, well, I'll just show you right here. I showed you the one that's traditional, that's fan like a moon, and then I showed you the flat method, right? So now I'm going to show you how to make it for the soup. And you can cook it this way, like pan fry it or deep fry it, but you also can do it this way and just boil it or steam it and then drop it in your soup. So again, we put a scoop of the pork pot sticker mix inside the shell, brushed it with the egg wash, and we're going to close it and kind of make it like if we're doing a flat pot sticker. Make sure you squeeze all those sides and get all that air out, right? And just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And if you have any questions, go ahead and email me or drop it in the comments. I'll read all my comments. I try to at least. And then I'll respond. Okay, so now that it's closed just like that, right? Like the flat method. Now take it and curve it. Curve your ends and tuck it in. I'll just put a little egg wash right here in the middle. Curve it, tuck that in, tuck that part in. And now you guys have another little method. Kind of look like your little wonton you'll have in wonton soup. Just like a pork pot sticker in a blanket. And then you can make you a couple of those, freeze it, and then put it in some soup. Or you can make it, pan fry it, or steam it, or deep fry it, like you do your traditional pot stickers. So I'll make some of those, and you can just, like I said, put it in your soup, some green onions, and then you have another way to eat some pot stickers. That simple. Okay, you guys, so let's get ready to fry these things. This pot right here is going to be a little bit of canola oil mixed with peanut oil, and it looks like it's hot. It's ready to go. I have it on a medium-high heat, and this is going to be for my deep-fried pot stickers and my fried pork spring rolls. And then over here, looks like my pan is ready, and this is going to be for my pan-fried flat and traditional pot stickers. It's actually going to be a little bit of frying in the beginning, and then steam, and then fry again. So let's get into it. You're going to place your traditional pot stickers in the grease in the pot right here, and fry the bottom of it for about 5 to 7 minutes so it can get a nice golden brown. After this is done, we're going to get ready to steam them. So let's let them cook. Over here in the grease, we're going to do our deep fried method. So we'll just place them in the grease like so. Go ahead and fry it up and let those bad boys fry on up. And then when they turn golden brown, they'll be done. So let's let them cook. Now that they're cooking in about 5 minutes, I'm going to start checking them. And it looks like they're golden brown to me. So now I'm going to add a little bit of water so they can begin to steam. We'll just try to check one more. See? And if they turn over, that's fine. I like to go ahead and fry 2 sides anyway. Alright, so let's steam them. And our deep fried pot stickers are just about done. They look so delicious and golden brown. So we begin to take these out and place them on some paper towel or a rack so they can strain from the grease. Now we got some water and we're going to pour it in. Don't be scared of the water popping up from the grease. And then we're going to place the lid on top so they can start steaming. That's all the water you need. And now let's put the lid on top. And that's it. Go ahead and let them steam for about another 7 minutes. And then once you start hearing it pop again, that means the water has disintegrated down and it's gone back to the frying method. So now we fried some of the pot stickers, the traditional ones. We are going to fry some of the flat ones. Same procedure. Just go ahead and dump them in. And they don't take long at all to cook, you guys. So we just let them cook up. There we go. So they're steaming. Let's just go ahead and take a sneak peek. Look at that. They're steaming. We'll let them finish up. And again, once we hear that it's frying, they're going to be done and ready to come out. Alright, you guys, so it looks like our flat pot stickers, the fried ones, are ready to come out. They're nice and golden brown. Take them out and get those rings. So now, since we got done with the flat pot stickers, we are going to cook our spring roll. One at a time. Place it in the oven. Not the oven, the grease. I don't know what's wrong with me today, you guys. I'm just all over the place. I think that's enough because I don't want to overstuff it or fill it. And these are just going to cook up. We'll let them cook and we'll be back. Alright, you guys, do you hear how that sounds? Your dumplings, your pot stickers are, your pan-fried pot stickers are just about done. They just got done steaming. So remember I said it's going to fry and then steam and then go back to pan fry. So we fried them, we steamed them. Now if you listen to them, they're going back to the last stage, which is frying. Okay, so we'll let them finish cooking and I'll show you how they look when they're done. Alright, you guys, these are just about done. Look how golden brown that is. If you want it a little bit darker, just leave them in. That one can use a little bit more time. So just go ahead and turn your fire down and let those that need to finish frying on the bottom fry up some more. If you want it darker, leave those in a little bit longer, but to me these are good. If you want to turn these so they can fry on another side, I'll show you like that. You can go ahead and turn them. I'll show you another one. Just flip it. What's that one? Just flip it and let it fry on its side. Okay? But if you want to do it the traditional way, then on one side is the traditional way. Okay? But that's how it'll look if you want to go ahead and flip it. So let me go ahead and take these out. Alright, you guys, you see my dumplings back there? It's boiling and they're starting to rise to the top. Like I told you, when they're done, they will rise to the top. I'm going to give it about 2 more minutes and then we'll take them out. These are our spring rolls. Don't they just look delicious? Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Nice and golden brown. I'm going to give this about 30 more seconds. And then we're going to take those bad boys out and cook the rest. So right here we have our flat pot stickers that are being pan fried. And again, we're going to fry them in a little bit of grease. Let them fry and get brown on one side. And then we're going to steam them and then it'll go back to a pan fried and that's it. So we'll go ahead and let them cook. And we'll be back. Check on them. Oh my gosh, look at, they're just steaming on up. And these are the flat pan fried pot stickers. Don't they look good? Alright, let's not try to disturb them. I just wanted to show you guys how they look. They're going to go back to steaming. And again, once you hear them starting to fry, we're going to get into that last phase and then they'll be done. As you see the steam, these are our dumplings that I boiled in the water. Like I said, you can make in advance, put it in your freezer, or you can make some wonton soup, or you can eat it just like this. So I boiled it, and this is my spicy sweet red chili and sriracha sauce that I made earlier. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on there, drizzle it on there like that, drizzle it on there like that. And this is so good, you guys. I can't wait to dig in. And then I'm just going to garnish it with a little green onion. Like that. Like so. Get off there. And there you have it. Look at how delicious those dumplings are, you guys. Now, let me plate the other ones. Right here we have our traditional pan-fried pot stickers and then our flat pot stickers, pan-fried, that I made for you. And I'm going to pair this with the soy ginger dipping sauce that I made earlier. So let's plate these bad boys up. And again, we're using the green onions that I chopped up earlier Remember I said we're going to put some to the side for garnishment? Well, this is the garnish. Now, voila. How those look. Don't they look just yummy, you guys? Look at that. We're going to try them in just a second. All right, let me finish plating. All right, you guys. Here we have our deep fried traditional pot stickers and our flat fried, deep fried pot stickers. So I'm pairing this with the spicy Asian yummy yummy sauce that I made. And I'm gonna just garnish it right here. Just a little green onion. And there you have it, you guys. Voila. Deep fried pot stickers. And here we have our fried spring rolls. Look how good those look. I can't wait to sink my mouth into those. I'm gonna pair that with my spicy Asian yummy yummy sauce, or either my spicy sweet red chili sriracha dipping sauce. So I'm just gonna garnish it again with a little green onion. I love onions, and they just look so beautiful on everything, don't they? Don't you want to sink your teeth into these? Well, in just a minute we are. Again, don't those look good and amazing? I didn't come here to play with you guys. I came in the kitchen and got straight to the point with some SoulDelicious food. Now, we're about to have a feast. You ready to join me? Good, you guys. I think I came and outdid myself today. Look at all these dumplings, fried and steamed and boiled with my sauces. Oh my gosh, it smells so good in my kitchen. Like I said, if you're gonna come in my kitchen and cook for me, you gotta bring that flavor. All right, so let's get ready to eat and fill our bellies.